This is the most value for money car under 20 lakh rupees. Let's talk about the design, and this is the best view of the Kia Syros when you're not looking at it, because let's be honest, what is this thing? It looks, well, I can't even describe it. I don't understand why some manufacturers have to make cars look absolutely ugly and call them futuristic, because this is definitely not a good looking car. Yes, design is very subjective, but I don't think there are a lot of people that would look at this car and be like, that's a very nice looking car. But let's talk about it instead. If you ask me, from the front, the car looks like it's blind because the headlights are all the way down on the bumper, and yeah, it's a very weird, and I mean, yeah, it is a quirky design, but I mean, I don't know what to say about it. It doesn't look good from the front. From the side profile, it does look very quirky and funky, very boxy. It is something that you think that you would look at in 2010, a render for a car that is made in 2025, and that's exactly how it looks. It looks like a concept car that was rendered back in 2012 come to life in 2025. And I have to say, from the side profile, it does look kind of quirky, kind of futuristic, and not too bad. The proportions work from the side profile, but once again, when you go to the back, you have two different lights. You have lights on top, which are basically your daytime running lights, and then you have your tail lights at the bottom, which are basically your brake lights, and your turn indicators, which again, I don't know why they had to do such a complex design for no reason. Overall, the car looks very busy because it has body cladding, roof rails, dual tone everywhere. Even the windows are a little weird on the side. Does it look good? I think not, and I think so it's best if you don't look at it most of the time. But if you do like the design, I mean, to each his own. Now, since it's raining cats and dogs outside and we're stuck inside the car basically, let's talk about the interior. And trust me, the interior is much better to look at than the exterior. First and foremost, you have this big screen over here. You have 3 screens on the dash, and you have one for your instrument cluster, one for the infotainment, and the most useless screen of them all for the aircon. Now, if you look below the infotainment screen, you already have your aircon buttons over here. One for your fan, for your modes, for your automatic climate control, and your temperature. Now, if you look up over here in the screen, the only thing that is not on the buttons over here are the recirculation, AC buttons, the automatic button, and the defoggers for the front and rear glass. Why couldn't they just give buttons over here? I mean, this screen is completely pointless. While driving, the driver can't even look at it because the steering wheel comes in way and your hand is over there, so you anyways can't look at it. And if you look over here, there's a little plus sign. Press on it, and literally the same stuff comes on to the infotainment screen. For what? I mean, this is completely pointless. An extra menu and an extra screen for practically no reason at all. So yeah, this whole situation is a bit confusing. But if you talk about the infotainment itself, you have some nice shortcut buttons over here, so you can quickly go through the menus and everything. You have a very smooth UI. Apple CarPlay connectivity is super easy because it's wireless. You also have a wireless charger down over here, and you have Type-C chargers and a 12-volt socket as well. So a very nice infotainment system. Whole bunch of settings and features for your ADAS. You have basically, the car tells you when a school zone and everything is coming, which is pretty annoying sometimes, and we've completely turned it off. But this car has features for days, and most of it can be controlled from the infotainment screen. Coming to the other screen, which is the instrument cluster, you have good graphics. It's pretty smooth to use. Sometimes it can get a bit laggy, but nothing much to complain about. You have different types of modes and all, so the instrument cluster changes its colors, nothing too fancy. The steering is not a circle, it's a square, and I think so it fits the vibe of the car. The steering itself has no blank buttons, which is a big thumbs up, and you basically have all of the controls for your media on the right, and your cruise control and ADAS functions all on the left hand side. You also get some nice paddle shifters. You get amazing sounding Harman and Kardon speakers, which is absolutely crazy for a car like this. And one of the weirdest things is that the seats are automatic. Like, If you want to go front and back, they're automatic. If you want to recline them, they're automatic. But if you want to change the height, that is manual. I don't know for what. But the other good thing is that the ventilation is there for all 4 passengers, which is a big thumbs up. And honestly speaking, I really like the layout of this car. It's not very cluttered. The materials are all right. I like the design of the materials as well. And yeah, everything feels like it's put together very nicely. And you have lots of storage space as well. This over here is for your bottles, and yeah, you have this stuff also if you have some smaller bottles, and lots of cubby holes. You also have a center armrest which has some more stuff to keep. And yeah, it's a very practical car. Now the Syros comes with 2 different engine options. One is a 1 litre turbocharged petrol engine, and the second is this engine over here, a 1.5 litre turbocharged diesel engine. This particular car is the automatic variant, so it gets a 6-speed automatic gearbox paired to the 1.5 litre turbo diesel, which makes roughly around 113 to 115 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. The engine is all right. From our experience, it's not the smoothest car, it's not the quietest car out there, but it does get the job done. When you want to actually overtake, it does have a decent amount of grunt, nothing that will blow you away, but it gets the job done. And overall, it's an all right engine, nothing much to be impressed about. Now, the Syros that we have gotten has come with a check engine light. I'm not sure why as to Kia has sent it like this, but take everything that I say with a pinch of salt, especially when it comes to the engine talk, because I'm pretty sure some of the complaints that I have are because of the check engine light. The 1.5 turbo diesel that you find in the Syros, well, it's not the most refined engine. The engine itself makes quite a lot of noise. You can constantly hear the engine. And apart from that, it's not the smoothest engine as well. You can definitely feel like the vibrations. And even in terms of fuel economy, again, I think this is because of the check engine light. The fuel economy has not been the greatest. We've not gotten more than, let's say, 12 kmpl, and that's very surprising for a turbo diesel engine. But I think that this engine does give much better fuel economy, because when we had gotten the Karens, it basically is the same engine, and the Karens did not suffer from any sort of these issues, and it was giving much better mileage. So I'm pretty sure that if the check engine light wasn't there, this engine would have performed much better. In terms of other things while driving, well, there's not much to say, because the Syros is not meant to be something that you enjoy while driving. What it does have is, though, a lot of comfort. The suspension is really nice. It's not the best suspension or the comfiest suspension out there, but I think so it's in the top 3. I think some Suzuki cars in this segment and the Citroen suspensions are the best. Kia is right up there. I just feel that in terms of outright comfort, the Citroens are just a little bit better, but the Syros is super comfortable. It soaks up the bumps very nicely, and in general, just a very comfortable ride. Other things that I like about the driving experience is, well, the steering. It's a very quirky looking steering. It feels like something that, was rendered in 2010 about the future, like an interior rendered in 2010 about the future, and that is basically what it is. It's like a yoke, and it's not circular, it's a square. And yeah, I think it works really well with the overall vibe of the car. Surprisingly enough, the steering has paddle shifters. Do they do anything in terms of the driving experience? Well, no, because the gearbox is not that responsive, but at least you do get paddle shifters, and they're fairly nice feeling paddle shifters as well. On the steering, you have a whole bunch of different things, like you can control your instrument cluster, your music volume, and many more things. But the most surprising part about the Syros, in my opinion, is that it has driving modes. You have 3 different driving modes: Eco, Normal and Sport. And in Sport, you can definitely feel that the car is a little bit more urgent to rev, and the throttle map definitely changes. But even more surprising than the driving modes is that the Syros gets 3 different traction control modes. So you have snow, mud and sand. And apart from that, you have your traction control off button as well. And if you completely depress it, it turns completely off. and if you just click it once, it goes into kind of this sport traction mode. So yeah, very interesting stuff. It's at least good that Kia and Hyundai are giving all of these, quirky little features. One more thing that I like is the gear selector. It feels like something that has been taken out of the aviation industry. Once you put it into drive, it feels like you're ready for takeoff. Neat little touch, and overall I feel the interior is really nice, the displays in front of you are really nice, really crisp, the sun doesn't really glare or reflect off of it, you can see them at all times. And honestly, I have driven the Syros for over 600 kilometers now, and I have to say, it is a very good daily driver. The Syros also comes equipped with smart cruise control and lane keep assist, which means that on the highway, all you have to do is sit back and relax. With your hands on the steering wheel, of course. But for the most part, the car does the driving for you. And in my opinion, that's a fantastic feature to have if you're planning to take road trips in the Syros. That being said, I don't think the front seal is the real highlight of this car. The true star of the show is actually the back seat. The place that you want to be in the Syros is the back seat. Trust me, the back seat of the Syros is very impressive, and I don't think under 20 lakh rupees you'll find a more comfortable or a more feature-rich back seat than the Syros. First and foremost, like I said, you have ventilated seats for both the rear passengers. You have shades, which is very rare to find in this segment. You have tons and tons of room. I mean, this over here is the normal seating position of Shreshth, who is, I think, 6 feet tall? No? You're 5'8", I am 5'8".
5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, so he's 5'10". And yeah, I mean, it is a very comfortable back seat. And if people are complaining that the seat is too upright, well, just pull this lever and you can recline, which I don't know any other car that can do this kind of stuff in this segment. You even have a center armrest with a couple of cup holders, and it is just a solid back seat. The panoramic sunroof is massive, and if you don't look at the quality of the material, because let's be honest, no sub 20 lakh rupee car is going to have leather everywhere, Alcantara and all of that good stuff. But in terms of just features, comfort and space, the Syros is right up there with some of the craziest luxury cars that are out there. When we first got the Kia Syros, we honestly weren't too excited. It felt like just any other basic car, and yeah, we gave it quite a bit of hate initially. But after driving it for over 700 kilometers, it has completely changed our minds. This is the top-end HTX Plus optional variant, and it is at 17.8 lakh rupees ex-showroom. It delivers way more than we expected. The ride quality is genuinely plush. It's super easy to drive, and most importantly, it just makes life convenient. During our time with it, our daily commute included a short highway stretch, and that's where features like lane keep assist, smart cruise control really came into play. It made the drive feel calm and stress-free, especially in bumper-to-bumper stop-and-go situations. Add to that 360-degree cameras, blind spot assist, and reclinable rear seats. These are things we barely paid attention at first, but once the Syros left, we found ourselves actively missing them in each and every other car we drove. It's one of those cars that doesn't try too hard to impress you, but ends up doing exactly that by just being solid, practical, and incredibly user-friendly. So if you're not chasing performance thrills and just want a no-nonsense, comfortable, feature-packed daily family car, the Syros honestly makes a fantastic case for itself. Thanks a lot for watching. Let us know what you think of the Syros in the comments down below, and if you'd pick it over its competition. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.